What's up, everybody? P691000 here, and today we're going to do something kind of fun. Today we're going to do some cryptids, so hopefully you guys are ready for some creepy and interesting cryptids. This is going to be a fun one, so let's get into it. The Navajo Skinwalker is a variety of Navajo witch. It is apparently far more common for men to be skinwalkers than it is for women. However, it is still possible for a woman to become one. There are many horrific tales about things that skinwalkers perform on their victims, such as using poison powder of corpse dust made from ground infant bones to kill them. Navajo witches, including skinwalkers, represent the antithesis of Navajo cultural values. While community healers and cultural workers are known as medicine men and women, or by other positive, nurturing terms in the local indigenous language, witches are seen as evil, performing twisted ceremonies and manipulating magic in a perversion of the good works medicine people traditionally perform. In order to practice their good works, traditional healers learn about both good and evil magic. Most can handle that responsibility, but some people can become corrupt and choose to become witches. Skinwalkers are most frequently seen as coyotes, wolves, foxes, eagles, owls, or crows, and are not creatures to be trusted. Some Navajo believe that skinwalkers have the ability to steal the face of a person, and some believe that if one ever locks eyes with a skinwalker, they can absorb themselves into a person's body, or that one's body might freeze up with fear, allowing a skinwalker to channel that fear to gain power and energy. A skinwalker can transform into any animal by first wearing a pelt of the animal in order to properly transform into the said animal. Similar lore can be found in cultures throughout the world and is often referred to as shape-shifting. Because it is believed that skinwalkers wear the skins of the animals they transform into, it is considered taboo to wear the pelt of any animal. In fact, the Navajo are only known to wear two hides, sheepskin and buckskin, both of which are only used for ceremonial purposes. Primarily detailed in many Native American tales, these entities are sometimes portrayed as either practicing witches or aspects of the trickster deity Coyote, or of something much worse. From the shared mythology of many indigenous American peoples, skinwalkers are considered to be one of the most fearsome monsters from Native American mythology. In those myths, they have a few extra powers, including voice changing, mimicking animals and even human sounds, and the creation of poisonous, disease-ridden witch powder, or the magical eye. Some cannot fully shift into their animal forms and have a deformity, which halfway reveals their true nature. Being very similar to werewolves and other paranormal shape changers, most skinwalkers' abilities are largely powered by dark rituals and the breaking of native taboos. Each tribe's version differs in details slightly. Another legend states that a skinwalker is or was a shaman in its human life, and as a rite of passage, they kill their entire family to drain and absorb their souls. They can then transform into any animal they desire, and any person, although the latter is both very rare and difficult, it has the ability to mimic voices that are familiar to certain persons as a method of luring that person out into the forest. The Dover Demon. The Dover Demon is a small humanoid reported from Dover, Massachusetts. It was the subject of an intensive scare during the 1970s when multiple witnesses came forward with their sightings. The Dover Demon is described as looking sort of like the gray variant of Alien, except that it has rosy tan-colored skin instead. The Dover Demon has a large head on a small stick-like body. It can be bipedal, but it often travels on all fours or switches back and forth between the two modes of locomotion. It has eyes that glow, usually orange or sometimes green. It does not seem to wear any clothing, and unlike the Greys, the Dover Demon does not seem to be associated with any UFOs. It just wanders around on its own. Cryptozoologists seldom show any interest in the Dover Demon. Mainstream cryptozoologists are rarely willing to seriously investigate humanoids other than hairy humanoids. It seems that sightings only happened during a short period of time, with most claiming that sightings have now ceased. So the Dover Demon does not seem to be a pressing matter. The first sighting of the Dover Demon occurs at 10:32 p.m. on April the 21st, 1977. As three 17-year-olds, Bill Bartlett, Mike Minoza, and Andy Brody, are driving north on Farm Street. Bartlett, who's behind the wheel of the Volkswagen, spots something creeping along a low wall of loose stones on the left side of the road. At first, he thinks the creature is a dog or a cat until the headlights shine on it and he realizes it's nothing he's ever seen before. The figure slowly turns its head and stares into the light. Its two large, round, glassy, lidless eyes shining brightly like two orange marbles. Its watermelon-shaped head, resting at the top of a thin neck, is the size of the rest of its body. Except for its oversized head, the creature is thin, with long, spindly arms and legs, and large hands and feet. The skin is hairless and peach-colored, and appears to have a rough texture, like wet sandpaper. Bartlett tells cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman, standing no more than 3.5 to 4 feet tall, the figure is shaped like a baby's body with long arms and legs. It had been making its way along the wall, its long fingers curling around the rocks, when the car lights surprised it. Unfortunately, neither of Bartlett's companions saw the creature. The sighting lasted only a few seconds, and before Bartlett could speak, the car left the scene, and the creature was gone. Bartlett drops his friends off and goes to the Walpole Street home. Visibly upset, he walks through the door, and his father asks him what's wrong. Bartlett relates the story and later sketches what he'd seen. Second sighting of the Dover Demon. Around midnight on April the 22nd, 1977, 15-year-old John Baxter leaves his girlfriend Kathy Cronin's house at the south end of Miller High Road. Then Baxter starts walking up the street on his way home. Half an hour later, after he had walked about a mile, he observes someone approaching him. Because the figure is short, Baxter assumes it's an acquaintance of him, M.G. Borchardt, who lives on the street. John calls out, but no one responds. Baxter and the figure continue to approach each other until finally the latter stops. Baxter then halts as well and asks, "Who is that?" The sky is dark and overcast, and he can only see a shadowy form. Trying to get a better look, Baxter takes one step forward and the figure scurries off to the left, running down a shallow wooded gully and up the opposite bank. As the figure runs, Baxter hears its footsteps on the dry leaves. He follows the figure down the slope, then stops and looks across the gully. There he sees the creature. Standing in silhouette about 30 feet away, its feet molded around the top of a rock several feet from a tree. The creature's body reminds Baxter of a monkey's except for its dark figure-8 shaped head. Its eyes, two lighter spots in the middle of the head, are looking straight back at Baxter, who after a few minutes begins to feel uneasy. Realizing he has never seen such a creature before and fearing what it might do next, he backs carefully back up the slope, his heart pounding. He then walks very fast down the road to the intersection at Farm Street. There, a couple passing in a car pick him up and drive him home. This was the last known sighting of the Dover Demon. Why was it only seen twice? And where did the creature go? These are questions we may never have answers to. The Lizard Man. The Lizard Man is a reptilian cryptozoological creature said to inhabit swampland in and around Lee County, South Carolina. Human-like in form, the Lizard Man is said to have many reptilian or dinosaur-like qualities, including green scaly skin and three-fold feet and hands. According to witnesses, each of its digits has a circular pad that allows it to cling to trees and walls, much like a gecko. Standing an intimidating 7 feet in height, the Lizard Man is said to be extremely fast and incredibly powerful, capable of tearing car doors off with its bare hands. Most first-hand accounts of this creature also describe its glowing red eyes. Encounters. The Lizard Man was first reported on June the 29th, 1988, by a 16-year-old named Christopher Davis, who claims he was chased by the creature after stopping to change a flat tire. Several reports followed during the summer of 1988, many of them mentioning unusual scratches or bite marks on cars parked near the swamp. The local sheriff's department chalked the sightings up to a lone bear, but were later puzzled when the biologists were unable to classify a plaster cast of a three-toed, 14-inch footprint taken from the area. While the Lizard Man is relatively recent to the Americas, tales of reptilian beings can be traced back several millennia in other areas of the world. The first mythological king of Athens, the leading city of ancient Greece, was described as a serpent from the waist down. In the Far East, an ancient line of emperors claimed to be direct descendants from dragons, and it was thought that they could change form at will. Indian legend tells us of underground reptilian beings that once inhabited a continent in the Indian Ocean that sank beneath the waves. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was a lot of fun for me to do. I love mythological creatures, cryptids, things like that. There wasn't a lot of information on the Lizard Man, but he was just so cool. I had to kind of throw him in at the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, man. I don't know what I'm doing next time. We might continue with, the creepy states, urban legends. Or I might do something completely off the wall. I might do ghost stories or something like that. So, but until next time, peace, love. I love you all. I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Watch out for giant lizards.